Restore It Ralph channel. This is my Gen 3 Hemi swapped 1969 Dodge Dart Swinger. The engine is a rebuilt non-VVT 5.7 Hemi, mated to an AX15 5-speed manual. It's got a factory 8 3/4 rear axle with a 276 sure grip. All of the mechanical and body work was performed by me in my home shop. It's been a long-term project of mine. I bought the car as a pretty rough shell that needed quarters, floors, and some roof and frame patching. It was originally a 340 automatic car, but those were long gone, and that gave me an excuse to try a modern Hemi swap. With some help from friends, I was able to piece together a Hemi with one new piston and rod, a used crank, and new rings and bearings. This car is probably one of the lowest budget Hemi swaps out there. After welding the car together, I built a swap harness from a junkyard one and got the engine bolted in with TTI mounts and Grand Cherokee exhaust manifolds. I was pretty happy when it first came to life and knew it would be a fun ride. At this point, the car was still pretty rough, but now solid with just the epoxy primer. After working on this car for over 3 years, I was eager to get it on the road. This might be my favorite version of the car. I love the ratty, all-business look it had. I was able to play with it and drive it without worrying about scratching it or getting it dirty. The car even made a brief appearance in a roadkill episode a few years back. The car handles great with 1.03-inch torsion bars, factory sway bar, and Hotchkiss rear leafs. It is also pretty lightweight with fiberglass hood, fenders, bumpers, and trunk lid. It scales under 2,900 pounds. I was tired of fuel staining my primer from the filler neck, so I decided to use a 69 Charger flip-top cap, which snowballed into a full home paint job. The paint is a modern Dodge color called Toxic Orange, which is similar to the original T5 copper. The car was back together in 5 weeks, and some budget interior upgrades like Dodge Dakota seats and new carpet went in. Unfortunately, after 7,000 miles of spirited driving, I destroyed my pieced-together engine. I suspect a valve stuck at 5,800 RPM and kissed a piston, sending everything through the side of the block and through the oil pan. The car sat for over a year until I found a $400 5.7 on Marketplace. I rattle-canned it black and threw it in, back in business. A few years later, when I found glitter in the oil, I ended up rebuilding this engine with new stock pistons and a used comp thumper camshaft. It runs great and has a good sound. At this point, the car could be considered finished, but there are always upgrades and repairs to be made. To anyone considering a Gen 3 Hemi into an older car, I would highly recommend it. This car is a riot and still gets decent economy with drivability of a modern car. It has been a traction-limited best of 1354 at 107 1/4 mile, but I never intended this to be a drag car. I wanted a fun street car that was respectable in the corners, and this car delivers. Next steps for the car could be a transmission upgrade or mini tub and spring relocation, but most likely a headliner and a Holley oil pan will be first. Let me know in the comments what you would do next. That is it for the Hemi Dart. Please like and subscribe for updates on this and all of my other projects on the channel. Thanks for watching.